Hi class, this is Course 3, Lesson 43, Surface Area. Two vocabulary terms that you need to make sure that you know the difference in. Surface area is the area of all the surfaces of a solid, and that kind of makes sense, right? It's the area of each face, and in this rectangular prism there are 6 faces. So you would find the area of each side and you would add them together. So we would have 6 areas that we would add together. Now in a rectangular prism you can find the area of this face over here, and then you could multiply it times 2 because you have one that's identical to it on the other side. Likewise here you can find the area of this face and multiply it times 2 because you have the area back here. Or same thing, you have a top and a bottom face, and you could find the area of one and multiply them, or multiply it by 2 and then add all those up. The other type of surface area that you'll be asked to find is lateral surface area. And lateral surface area is the area of the sides of a solid. It does not include the area of the bases. Okay, so what we're talking about in this rectangular prism is that we would not find this area, that dark shaded one, and this area, because those would be the bases in this case. Okay. In order to find the lateral surface area, and it's really easy to do if you follow this formula. You calculate the perimeter or the circumference of a base. Okay, so you would find the perimeter of this dark shaded area here, and you would multiply it times the solid's height. So this would be height. And that will get you your surface area of your sides, your lateral surface area. So you're finding the area of like this and then back here. Okay? It can be confusing, and you'll have plenty of opportunities to do problems involving surface area and lateral surface area. A net is a two-dimensional image of a solid. It's like if we would unfold this triangular prism. Notice that I have 2 triangle bases that are congruent to each other. And so if I were to draw this, it might look like this. And then maybe I have a triangle here, and maybe I have a triangle there. Okay? Or I could have unfolded a triangle on one end and one on this end. Either way, and you might want to label, this might be 20, and this long piece here would be 8, because that's here, and this would be 5, and this is 5 as well. And so knowing that this is 5, then these sides here have to be 5 because they match up with these parts of the triangle. This would be 20, 5, 8, etc., and so on. Okay. Now we can use a net. This will helps to calculate area. Okay, the lateral surface area would be the area of the sides, right? It does not include the area of the bases. And if we look at this, if we go back to your notes, it says calculate the perimeter of a base and multiply it times the solid's height. Okay, so what are the bases in a triangular prism? So we need to find the area of the base, which is, in this case, a triangle. So we have the area of the triangle would be 1/2. Whoops, not the area. Sorry about that. We need the perimeter. I was thinking area, and then I wrote that down by mistake. So try not to make that same mistake that I did. We need the lateral surface area, so we calculate the perimeter of the base. So we have 8 plus 5 plus, this is 8, this is 5, and now I know that this is 5 as well, because the height would divide this into a 4 and a 4, and then these are right angles. And Pythagorean theorem, I know one of the Pythagorean triples is 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have 5, 5, and 8. Add that together. 8 plus 10 is 18. That's the perimeter of the base. Now I take that perimeter times the height. And remember, in a prism, the height is the distance between the two bases. And maybe you didn't know that until just now, but write it down. Okay? So you can remember that later. So we're going to multiply those two together, and we are going to get 18 times 2 is 36 with the 0. Our units are centimeters, and its area, even though it's lateral surface area, it's still units squared. The surface area then would be the area of all of the sides or faces added together. Now we already calculated the area of this face, and then the one that you can't see, right? So we did this one, and we did the flat one, and we did this one on this side right here. Okay, so all that we need, we did the flat sides, or we did this one, and this one, and this one. What we need now are the area of the two triangles. So now I can do the area of the two triangles. So area of a triangle equals 1/2 base 8 times its height 3. Base times height. That height is where the perpendicular is, the altitude. And if I multiply all this together, I get 12 centimeters squared. But remember, there are two triangles, so multiply 12 times 2, and we get 24 centimeters squared, which is not our surface area yet, because I need to add this with the 360 centimeters squared that I had from before, and I get 384 centimeters squared as my total surface area. Okay, I am sure you have questions for me, and that's okay. You will get plenty of practice with these skills, calculating lateral surface area and calculating surface area and drawing nets. So if you have questions as you run into them, please let me know. Be more than happy to help you out. Okay? Otherwise, see you in class.